Oh,
All right, it's a free form after show Saturday special. You remember those Saturday specials on MTV, or you'd sit there and watch the Saturday night concerts on MTV every Saturday night. Remember that, guys?
mm-hmm.
I even remember going back to the midnight special, and it was you had Kiss, you had Rush, you had all these different bands on the midnight special. And it was like always that would air at like midnight, man, your time. Didn't have to be Saturday. But I do remember the Saturday night in concert from MTV.
Yeah, that's what it's called in concert. I remember that's where I saw like REO Speedwagon High Infidelity Tour. They showed that a lot. I know there was Dire Straits on there, I think one of
Hmm.
them. Didn't they have like
Absolutely.
Motley Crue and Guns
Well,
N'
I think
Roses?
they might have had those too, but even before that, I remember seeing Asia for the first time on in concert. And I was like, what is this? Heat of the moment? What? And it was a big show.
Mhm.
And did Asia ever really even have that big of a following?
Yeah. The first album, dude, was
Yeah.
enormous. The first two were pretty enormous, dude. You know, Asia's awesome. Heat
And
of the moment, smiles left her
MTV
eyes.
played Kiss Animalize. I don't know how it was uncensored, but they did play that one time.
Yeah.
Dang.
I just skipped some of the sections where Paul Stanley said, "This place looks like a damn zoo." Oh, can he say that? Can he say "damn zoo"? They probably allow that. And the nurse has some big titties. I had the five. Oh, very cringe. But also I saw the Ultimate Ozzy, Live After Death. And I'll never forget the biggest disappointment I had was I was going to record the Ultimate Ozzy, and I did something wrong. So when I played it back the next day, it was this fuzz. I'm like, oh,
Oh no.
yeah. I'm sure I
That's
had, I'm
disappointing.
sure I had the connections hooked up incorrectly on the VCR. That's what happened.
Right.
And of
Yeah.
course, MTV never played that ever again, ever.
That sucks. That sucks.
Yeah, but like I said, it was Ultimate Ozzy was okay, I guess. It was like it was a good concert.
I don't understand all these great concerts we saw in there. You can't find them released on DVD or Blu-ray. It's like they need to go back, and I need 901 901
90125, yes, the
25.
solo.
Yeah, the solos live. They used to have that. I used to have that concert. Remember they had the like old video where they go square and stuff, and then it
I,
brings you hear
I actually
doo.
bought that on DVD, and you could there was two versions. There was one without all the visual effects, the straight up concert,
Yeah,
or you can watch it that way too.
the visual effects. I had that on VHS, that one, and I had Historia, and Def Leppard
Hmm.
in the round. You could
Yeah.
buy it on DVD now, and I told Joseph Staub, I go, I want that so bad, but I'm afraid they're gonna upgrade it after I buy it.
Right, right. I'm waiting for I know nobody likes him so much, but Live Without a Nut, Van Halen.
I got that on DVD.
No, but they could. I've always heard they could upgrade it, like the sound quality and stuff like that.
It sounds good on DVD.
All right, okay. Well,
I watch it. It's
yeah.
awesome.
Film the New Halen Connecticut.
So when they upgrade it, you get like this much of a little bit of a boost in the
Right.
sound. Come on, man. Just enjoy what you like. Just buy it. Enjoy it.
Yeah, but the thing is, I see all these old videos upgraded to 4K,
Mm-hmm.
So they could upgrade these concerts to 4K, They
Mm-hmm.
do that to mo old
If
movies,
if
you
you're a
know.
Rush fan, they treated their fans like
Dude,
a
I have
tour
a I
a
have
concert
I
DVD
have
all the time.
I have a Vizio TV, and it doesn't fucking matter what I watch on it. It could be Columbo, seriously, from 1973. It looks so good. And this
Yeah.
is a TV I bought in 2012. And the TV I bought in, I don't know, 2023 doesn't at all stand up to the one I bought in 2012.
That I have a Vizio. I got like one in my bedroom and one out there. The 4K one's out in the front room. And they look great, but I have a Philips I got in 2009, like a huge flat screen it's like about that thick. It has the best
Right.
color on it, but it's so huge and heavy. It's in my storage in the backyard. I have
Well,
no space for three.
it has to be, man. Sometimes those are too big. But this Vizio I have, and my wife will tell you, I'm serious, man. I'm watching 1960s, 1970s, 1980s shit, and it looks so vivid, man. It looks like so vivid. And on my like newer TV, I don't get that shit at all. I don't know if it's a run rate. I don't know if it's a, I don't know, man. I'm just not a TV guy. I don't know.
I think they just got cheaper with the parts in the later
Okay.
eras.
Maybe,
Yeah,
maybe.
because you notice
And,
like
and I will say that the Vizio that has a beautiful picture is a little bit thicker, and the one I got in the main room is a little bit thinner.
yeah,
You
they
know?
got really thinner and less parts, I think, and cheaper. It's like you could get that Vizio like a 65 inch for $500 now. It's like fuck.
Right, right. And
Back
that's the
then you
thing.
wanted a 65 inch, it was like 1,000 or something.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. When we bought the one that looks really, really super good, I think it's a 55 or a 60. And I think we paid 1,000 for it. And then the one we got out in the living room is like a 65 or so. And it's God, it wasn't even that much, man. It was maybe 600, $700. Same brand, supposedly same shit. Just doesn't look as good. Just doesn't. It looks fine. I mean, it looks amazing. God damn, I would have been I would have given my left nut to see that as a kid. Okay. So it's not like it's a bad picture. It's just not as good as the one that my 55 inch in my bedroom, man. Come
Yeah.
on.
Remember as a kid, we had the box TV and we got the big 27 inch. Go, we got a 27-inch TV, bitch. You got
Yeah.
like what that fucking 13 inch? Ah, fuck that. You know, we're rolling and then we upgraded to a 32-inch box and we're like, yeah, man. And now you got up to 100 inches. It's like, damn. Fuck,
You're making that back.
we thought we were hot shit having a 32-inch back in the 80s, man.
I think 36 was the biggest we got up to, and it was still tube. Other than that, I had like several little black and white TVs, like 12 inch, 10
Yeah.
inch.
And I was trying to buy like the widescreen VHS tapes and getting the great VHS player with the stereo and the surround sound back then and connecting everything and watching my concert videos. And it's fucking amazing. Like I had the Hooters, I had REO Speedwagon, I had
Yep.
Yes, I had Rush. I had all these great ones, man. And I can't even find that Rush times three anymore that has all the good ones on there on DVD.
I,
If you find it,
we
it's like
tried.
expensive.
Yeah,
We tried.
I bought that one. That's actually the one. I'm pretty sure it has this uh, show too.
Yeah. Well, it has yeah, it has the Grace
Show
Under
of
Pressure. Yeah,
Hands
Grace Under
has
Pressure.
Grace Under Pressure,
Show of
and
Hands. It has yeah, like the moving pictures, the Grace Under
yep.
Pressure, and Show of Hands. That's the times three one.
Rush had it going on. They would do tour and they would record the tour and release the DVD. Pretty much every tour they would do that.
The most live, I got like a lot of Blu-rays and DVDs from Rush. I got a lot, and U2. Like the two bands I have. Like I don't really have any other concert
Well, to
bands
show you how
except
much of
those.
how much I know about you too, I only know I thought they only did Rattle and Hum.
Oh, dude, they got so many. I got live from France. I got 360 live, which was the biggest selling tour of all time, where they put it in the stadium and they had it in the middle. It was like 360 had ramps going around the whole. God damn, they put on a good show. You think Kiss puts on a good show? They didn't need
Hey,
makeup. They put on Zoo TV with all the technology, talking to people on satellites back then. Coming
yeah.
into MTV movie awards with Garth playing drums with them.
Mm.
Remember that on the
Yeah, I
Zoo TV
remember.
tour? Yeah.
I think
They
I think he called the White House one night.
he called them.
It's not an apples and oranges thing, man. They both put on good shows, okay?
Yeah, I'm just saying they didn't need the makeup to get the fans, and there was
Well,
all
who
more
does
about the music
who why would you have to even bring that up?
because I like to fuck with you guys.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's like, well, they don't need makeup.
Does
Well,
Kiss have any
it doesn't
concert
matter,
videos?
man. It's like the one had a makeup, one didn't.
Why
No
hasn't
one
Kiss
needed the
released
makeup.
any like the reunion tour? Why hadn't that released any
They
Blu-rays?
Kiss did Rock the Nation DVD, which was okay.
I like that.
By then, I think Tommy Thayer. It was a strange lineup. I think
It was Eric
I don't
Singer was
know.
on. Eric
Eric
Singer
Singer
and
on
Tommy
drums
were
and
both.
maybe Ace. No, or I can't remember. I have to look it up. But
No, it was definitely Eric Singer and Tommy Thayer were both
okay,
on the
yeah, but
Rock
there
the
was a
Nation.
lineup. It was
Yeah.
Peter, Chris on drums, but Tommy Thayer was playing guitar. That was Kiss Alive.
Now, that would have the only time that happened where Peter was on drums and Thayer on
Right.
guitar was the symphony. Was the symphony.
But
Yeah,
why haven't they released like the reunion tour, the first concert where you went to live at Tiger Stadium? You know how much that thing would sell for if people they
They
released
have
that?
released it. It's on something called Kissology.
they
Yeah, how
had
much is that Kissology thing now?
no idea. But
Why don't they release it separate?
Because to be completely honest with you, that was not a perfect show. There was a lot of flubs, there was a
right,
lot of rubs,
Kiss
and
did
that was
a
awesome. But I was there. I was there. And the hell if I could even tell what the first song was. This because the crowd was so loud.
right.
I was all the way back in the copper circle. So I was like way away from the stage. But
They
when they
didn't
came
release
out,
it, but Kiss had a pay-per-view for the farewell 2000
they
tour.
did in New
Okay,
Jersey. Yep.
yeah,
Yeah, but I got like Rush, fucking R40, R30, Live Time Machine from Cleveland. I got all the they just released so many Blu-rays of their it's like every time they went on the concert, there was a fucking Blu-ray
yeah.
DVD accompanying that 2 years
Oh my
later.
God, and they all sounded the same.
No, they didn't.
No, but Rush would change the
They
set
all
for
sounded
one
the
song.
same.
Rush would change
They
the
played
set
the
list.
same damn set
No,
list. They
they
sounded the
didn't. No,
same.
they
Uh,
didn't. They
And
had
there they
some from they
were.
Live in
There they
Rio had a
were. Other than Getty might have had some rotisserie chickens, maybe a couple of dryers. I mean,
no,
otherwise,
dude.
it was the same goddamn
They
thing every
they
time.
they
I don't know.
changed
I
the set
remember
list.
them. They played Natural Science for the first time. I never saw them
Yeah.
play that before. That
They
was
did that on
pretty
I-40, and they even played Losing It, and brought a guy up with the violin on the last tour.
right.
Oh,
They would
so
change it up.
cheeky.
Rush
So
gives
cheeky, so
Rush
original. Why?
Rush.
Well, I mean, I guess they didn't need the makeup, huh?
I'm saying
They just needed
Rush.
rotisserie chicken. They just needed
If
rotisserie
if
chicken.
Rush plays 2 nights in the same arena, they change the fucking set list up. Kiss, no, same set list both nights.
Did it have the same rotisserie chickens both
No,
nights?
I saw
Did
the
they?
Presto tour
Did
twice in 2 shows, and at the Forum, and they played different. They added, took away songs from both nights, so it was different. That's what's cool about going to see. And if I went and saw Kiss live for 2 nights in the same place, I'm
they?
watching the
It's the
same
same
shit.
show.
Watching the
It's
same
the same
show.
show.
Same show.
But you see the same amazing fucking
I
shit.
saw Metallica on the Black Tour live, the Forum, 2 nights in a row. They added shit, took shit out, did different shit on the shows. And I saw them no repeat weekend. Fucking great shit, man. You saw them
Hey
on there
Mark.
too.
Hey Mark.
Huh?
Mark. You're not gonna get me to like denounce my Kiss card, okay?
Oh, I'm not, but I'm just Kiss fans.
No, you're just gonna shit all over it, but that's fine. But I'm not gonna.
No, you're
not
one of the
gonna.
Kiss fans who would admit they don't do right by you guys. You guys are fucking
They
great.
fucking have done right by me since I was born in 1974, and they fucking released that first record, and I don't give a shit. I've loved them the entire ride. I always will, and I don't give a shit. I don't need to fucking defend myself
I'm
against
not defending
fucking.
you. I'm talking about the band. I'm not talking about you. You're taking the band, you're taking your fandom too serious, like you're a member of the band.
Okay, so I'm gonna say Rush is like okay, rotisserie chicken, blah 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 blah
And
blah blah.
did you see me get pissed off?
A little bit,
No.
yeah, you did.
I said they changed the set list up. Yeah, they might have a rotisserie chicken, but they also changed it up and had washer and dryers on there too.
But you know what bands love each other?
Rush and
Kiss
Kiss.
and Rush. Yes.
Yep. But
Yeah.
Gene Simmons is a little like what do you call passive aggressive towards them sometimes.
No, he's not.
Yeah, he kind of is.
Well,
Yeah.
because they were all partying and having a good time, and Gene was just up there fucking every fat, skinny, ugly, disease groupie he could get his dick in. Yeah.
Well, but by Getty's book, they took a lot of cocaine, Rush.
Oh, yeah, they did.
They did. So
Gene didn't, Paul didn't, but Ace, Peter, and the rest of us did. So
yep. I'm just gonna say, hey, there's no bad. Your favorite band is Kiss. Mine is Rush, and we both and I like a lot of Kiss more than I hate.
And we're coming back into the whole subject. Like, what music makes you happy, man?
Yeah.
Right?
What music
What
makes you
makes you
happy?
happy? We don't have to be at each other's throats at all.
No,
Yeah.
not even, man.
So, there's certain Kiss songs that absolutely take me to a place, or a Kiss album that takes me to a place. There's even Rush songs and Rush albums that take me to a place that it's just magical. Yeah, and that's what I love about music is that, like, when I hear the very opening chords of Photograph, takes me right back to my
Yeah.
above ground pool at my parents' house, 1985. Excuse me. It's magical.
Yeah.
It's wonderful how music can do that.
Just like me waiting in line to get the Blackline album at Tower Records, which would be the first album I bought from Metallica on day one, because I didn't get that with Injustice and I didn't get that with Kill 'Em All, because I got Kill 'Em All and then I got Injustice after it was already out. But the Black Album is the first one that I waited in line for, which is around a building at fucking Tower Records. That album fucking sold. You could tell from day one that was just gonna kick everybody's ass. And now it makes me happy that a lot of people shit on it back then are coming around to it a little bit. I will never come back around to Saint Anger. That album is pure shit, and I tried millions of times to listen to it. It just gives me a headache. It's like I saw this band at a club opening for I think Y&T, and they were just hitting the snare the whole time. And my head started fucking pounding. I put my head on, I didn't even drink anything. I just put my head on the table and closed my ears. And I kept looking up. Are they done? Are they done? Are they done? It's like that snare drum is fucking so intolerable for me. It gives me, I don't get many headaches, but the snare drum from that Saint Anger and that band that was using that fucking snare drum live was fucking killing me. And then fucking they stopped. I go, yes! And everybody thought I was cheering for them. No, I was cheering. They were leaving the stage. Get the fuck off. Give me a fucking
Captain, what's a song or an album or a band that takes you right just straight to a good time?
poison.
Nothing
Captain.
but a good time. Well, it's funny when I heard that song, I was just graduating Navy basic training, and I wasn't much of a Poison fan, but that song came on the jukebox. I was like at this place we were hanging out, and I was like, that took me back. Whenever I hear it, I think about that happy moment I had that I was going to get out of this grind of basic training and then move on to like the next step. So sometimes it would just be that one song too. It won't just be an album.
Yeah, and
Right.
I'm just thinking, I remember getting Guns N' Roses Appetite on the first day too, going my mom taking me to Tower Records, getting that album before it became a huge hit. And that day I also bought, because I bought Appetite, which the second album is a little bit forgettable, but when I go back and listen to it, it's fucking awesome. It was Wild in the Streets by Helix. I bought that tape and the Guns N' Roses Appetite for Destruction. You never heard Wild in the Streets by Helix?
No, fucking Helix sucks.
I remember that one song, "Wild in the Streets."
You don't know, you don't like Ain't No Rest for the Wicked, Ain't No Rest for a Rock and Roll Band. You don't like those? You don't like
Ain't no
Helix?
rest for a Helix. They can just disband.
You don't like Ride the Rocket?
Nope.
Deep Cuts the Knife?
They have that song, "Give Me an
Yeah.
R O
Ah, give
O
me
C C K K. What you got? Rock."
yeah.
And I was like,
Full
"Oh, it's a
disclosure, I
little
would
too much."
probably like them if I actually listened to them, but Helix, the very first few songs I heard of them, I was like, this band fucking sucks. And I just
Uh,
never went back. I just never went back.
Helix is the strangest release I bought. It was 5 songs of Helix and 5 songs of Vixen. That's on a CD. And I
damn.
was like,
There
all
you
right, I'll
go.
buy it.
Oh, Helix is way better
Now,
than
that's the
Vixen.
that's the thing. I would love to do like a top 5 bands that I think suck because I just heard one song. And then somebody say, well, here's 5 songs, man. Listen to these. Tell me what you think now. And I'd be like, well, shit. I didn't know these songs
Oh,
existed, and they're
every
pretty
band
fucking
has at
good.
least one good song, I always say. That's
No.
why I think
Oh yeah, I do like Ghost, and I do like one Slayer song. So
I'm pretty sure I would say that arguably every band. I'm not even like a Green Day fan, but just like I can't really get into them. But they have like two or three songs I listen to. I'm like, okay, this is all right.
I like Green Day. I love the Offspring. It's like fuck.
No, not the Offspring. Oh
Come
no.
on, you
No,
gotta keep them
The
Uno,
separated.
Offspring
dos,
definitely
tres,
got.
cuatro, cinco, cinco, seis.
Hey, come out and play. I love that
Oh,
man.
Hey, hey,
awful.
hey.
Now I don't think
Offspring
they
got
have one good
about
song.
5 songs I really do like. Otherwise, I couldn't tell you the catalog. I
That
couldn't.
should be an episode. 5 songs by a band you only like 5 songs by on Freeform.
Oh,
That's tough. Like 5 bands, you
your
don't like
job,
five
Mark,
songs
would
from.
be five ghost songs that you like.
I already
See,
have 5 Ghost songs that I think are
all right,
good.
okay.
Yeah.
What I
Slayer,
want
no.
though is like for somebody like hit me with like bands like Helix and shit like that. Like I don't like them. Well, here's 5 songs. Tell me what you do like.
So you haven't
Yeah.
heard Deep Cuts the Knife?
I don't give a shit. No.
You never heard Ride the Rocket? Hey,
Nope.
what do you say? Let's ride the rocket.
Don't even
Come and
try it,
climb
Mark.
aboard with me.
You're not selling
It's
it.
in
You're
my
not selling
pocket.
it.
Hey,
You're not
let's play.
selling it.
It's like a Kiss song done by Helix. Cheesy
It's
lyrics.
called Rocket Ride by Ace Frehley, and that's an amazing
That's,
song.
I like that song Rocket Ride by Ace Frehley, by the way.
Right.
But I'm just
So
saying, hey, but
oh, they have a song called Heavy Metal Love. That's pretty
oh,
cool.
Heavy Metal
Yeah, they
Love is
basically
really
go
good.
boom 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 boom
That
boom.
whole album, that whole album, No Rest for the Wicked, is amazing.
and that's the thing. Thought I saw like a horrible visual was everything for me when I was a kid. Okay. So I saw this band Saxon,
Ooh, I love
who is
Saxon.
arguably an amazing band. But I saw the video and these guys just did not look good. I was like, these guys look like,
That's the problem with the video age. It's like some
yeah.
people weren't meant for it. They're meant just to hear the
I mean,
audio. Now,
you had a guy with like a golf visor on
Mm-hmm,
playing
yeah,
drum, and
yeah.
I was like, this is fucking horrible.
what
I
about
don't care how good the
Motley
song
Crue
was.
smoking in the boys' room with all those pastels they were wearing?
I fucking hate that song. I hate that video. I hate that fucking album.
Oh, I love that album. I love the
And I'm
video.
not a huge Motley Crue fan in the beginning anyway. So,
In the
oh,
beginning.
in the beginning, yes. Too Fast for Love, Shout at the Devil. That's where it ends. Girls is, or Theater of Pain's horrible. Girls is horrible. Dr. Feelgood had some redeeming moments. John Corabi was amazing. And then beyond that, they just suck. So
Yeah, I gotta send you some good Helix songs. They're a really good band.
I would appreciate that. And I'm
Wild
not
in the
closing
Streets
my
is a
mind off.
really good album.
Yeah. By the way, Saxon is an amazing band.
Yes, they are.
They have so many. I saw them open up for Judas Priest on a Firepower tour, and they just fucking ripped it, man.
Did you
And I'm
hear
like,
their album before their last album called Carpe Diem? It's really good.
yes,
Really good. I
yes.
didn't listen to the last album. It didn't sound as good to me.
And it was my buddy Fabio that was like pushing some of this stuff over to me. He
Mm-hmm.
was like, man, you got to listen to this, man. It's good stuff. I was like, Saxon? You mean that guy with the visor playing drums? And
What
he
about
was like,
Crocus? They look pretty cheesy too, but they were good.
I hate Crocus. I hate Crocus.
You
I
don't like
hate
Mark
Crocus.
Storaci's voice?
No, I fucking his voice is okay, but I still don't like the band at all.
Screaming in the night, fighting for
Nope.
my life. I
Nope.
love that fucking song.
Nope.
Die for you.
Nope.
I hate their
Horrible.
version of Ballroom Blitz. Though. That's
Horrible
horrible.
song, horrible band, horrible people.
They would pretty much cover a song every album. They did they did School's Out by Alice Cooper.
That was okay.
They did I think they did
Ballroom
American
Blitz.
Woman.
Ballroom Blitz is horrible.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, did they
Horrible
do a
song
American
altogether.
band? I'm drawing a blank.
Well, I like the original Ballroom Blitz. And the band
No.
in the back is ready to attack. And I liked it in Wayne's World when the girl sang it, Tia Guerrero.
That was that by Sweet?
Yeah, Sweet.
Sweet. Yeah.
She thinks she's the passionate one. Oh, it's like lightning. I love that fucking song. It's frightening. And we all started grooving. And then the man in the back said, everyone
up.
attack and it turned into a ballroom blitz.
Shut up.
You don't like the Wayne's World version? with Tia Carrere singing
No,
it?
I don't like any of it.
Crucial. What are they? Crucial Taunt and the Shitty Beatles.
Oh, they covered a BTO song, "Say the Way You Go All Night."
I like BTO. That is a band I need to listen to more. Them
Right.
and what's that band fucking with Mark Farner? I need to listen to more of them. And God, the Guess Who? No, not the
Oh, come
Mark
on, man.
Farner's American. They're the ones that say we're an American band, you
You're
know.
right. And you can't remember that band's name?
Can't remember because I don't listen to them that much. It's like,
Grand Funk Railroad,
you know
motherfucker.
that band sold out 4 nights at the Anaheim Convention Center?
Yes, sir.
Oh
And
shit.
they
It was like, wow.
and they also sold out like 3 or 4 nights at Cobo
Was Bruce
Hall.
Kulick in the band?
No, but not then. I was
Okay.
insane.
Well,
But they also,
Bruce Kulick was in Grand Funk for about 20 years.
Oh
hey,
yes,
now we know
easy,
why Bruce
easy.
Kulick wasn't talking much shit about Kiss because he's going to be in the Vegas residency.
Another weird thing is Jeff Pilson of Dokken has been in Foreigner longer than he was
Yeah.
in Dokken.
So
Well,
going back to what music makes us feel good, Mark? I mean, there's
fuck,
a
it's
song that
like
just like like if you're like really stressed, like oh, we're gonna put on this album or I'm gonna put on this song and everything's right in the world again.
it's
What do
fucking
you
3 Triumph albums. Never Surrender, Caught in a Game, and Allied Forces.
nice.
Like
You can just put those
if
on
I'm
and
pissed off or I'm pissed off at everybody and I just want to calm down and just fucking melt into fucking Rush is my favorite band. But when I need something to calm me down, I need something to get rid of my overthinking, I start listening to Never Surrender, Keep Your Dreams Alive. It's like, hold on, fucking Magic Power,
yes,
Ordinary
yes.
Man. It's like all this shit just like even Rock and Roll Machine, fucking, I love that album. Just rocks the fuck out for me. Just love that fucking band. And Air is so
Captain,
underrated, it pisses me off. You know,
right?
just
Well,
like Armored
Captain,
Saint.
would you ever throw on anything that's just like, hey, I'm just pent up. I just need to put something on to take my mind off shit. Do you have anything like that? You.
Oh, oh, of course. It pretty much if anything goes like if anything if it's on the radio or if it pops up like on my iPod shuffle, if it'll bring me back, especially if it's a song or like a band that I discovered like on Heavy Metal Mania with or actually with D Snyder when he hosted Heavy Metal Mania ba- I, because back then I didn't have like a collection at all, so I would like watch videos on TV to learn about more bands, and I would discover tons of bands by watching those shows. So pretty much anything, like if I heard like Queen, I discovered Queensryche would Take Hold of the Flame. I saw that video. Uh, I saw Armored Saint was on a Heavy Metal Mania one time.
Can
It
you
just
give me the
it was like it was great to see some of the smaller acts because you knew about the established acts like Priest and Maiden and like Motley Crue and Rat. It was good to see some of those smaller bands. Like I remember I saw a Keel video. It was hilarious. It was called "The Right to Rock." It was about
I like that album.
yeah. I said, "Oh, this is cool." That's what I liked about it. Steeler. Yeah, that's Keel and
Hmm.
Inge. So like I
Yeah.
said, any type of songs that I'd be like, oh, all right, I can get into this band, and that was good to learn about new bands because it felt like everybody was listening to the same crap. So I would actually try to discover a band. But then when I thought I discovered Queensryche, some guy says like, "Dude, I know Queensryche." He almost wanted to like slap me. He was like, "It's like you're being silly, kid." Because I was like, oh, the eighth grader, and he was like in high school. No, he was like, oh, he was like playing along too. Like, oh yeah, really? Queensryche? I never heard of him. Really? It's like,
You,
it's like, what do you think you are? Of course I heard about Queensryche. But
you know,
yeah,
you know what pisses me off about like bands that I didn't discover till later in my life, like Armored Saint. It's like I'm listening to those. Every album that Armored Saint out is a fucking masterpiece. Fucking great. Fucking amazing music, amazing lyrics. Not cheesy at all. There's no cheesiness in fucking Armored Saint. It's just fucking heavy metal rock and roll. And then I listen to bands like Judas Priest with Turbo and fucking a Motley Crue with Eater of Pain, Rat with fucking Reach for the Sky. I like all those those albums. But the thing is, they got in because they were pretty boys. They got the pretty boy with Warren D. Martini, with Vince Neil and stuff like that, man. It's like fucking, but Armored Saint was all about the music, man.
Armored Saint should have never started off wearing loincloth, man.
No,
That's where they
they did
fucked up.
that horrible
Was
band.
that before? Did they foul Man of War, or was that before Man
Man
of
of War. I was just about to say more Man of
That's
War.
the thing. They decided to go to that Man of War look, and that's where I turned off Armored Saint. And I wish I wouldn't have, because I've gone back and holy shit, those fucking records are amazing. And I'm sorry, I was just a kid. I was 10, 11, 12, 13 years old. Visual was everything to me. And if you came out looking like a gay dancer in loincloths, I was like, goodbye.
War?
And I don't care if you're gay or straight or anything. That doesn't matter to me.
But the thing
But
is, their music didn't
see ya.
sound like Man of War.
They should have played it safe. They should have wore like denim or
The
leather.
thing is,
Yeah. Just play it
that
safe. Wear denim
fucking
and leather.
that band's amazing. It's just amazing.
And they're making the best albums of their career right now. Win hands
Oh,
down. Oh God,
hands down, man. Hands, yeah.
It's like
Absolutely.
that cover they did of a Four Top song is fucking amazing. If you heard that one,
Oh, yeah.
they metalized
Oh,
it. I sent it to my ex-wife and she goes, "That's a great song." She goes, "Armored Saint's really good."
you know, a good song is a good song. Good cover is a good cover. Good band's a good band. That's a good band, and they didn't get to do. And I'm just gonna say, if they would just taken on a different look, man, just don't come out in the loincloth and the leather studs and all that bullshit. If you just come out and look like Quiet Riot or somebody like that, my eyes as a 12-year-old would have been way more open. But
The problem is they were with Chrysalis Records.
they did not know how to
Yeah,
market a metal band.
yeah. You had to get signed by the right label and get marketed correctly.
Unless
It
you're
would have
Panic
been back then.
or
It would have been Elektra, Columbia,
yeah,
Capitol,
Warner
somebody like
Brothers,
that.
anything Warner
Yeah.
Brothers.
But if a band
No,
still exists,
Warner had no idea how to market metal.
Well,
Nor
Elektra was
did
on
MCA.
Warner.
Nah.
MCA never knew how to fucking. That's where fucking Triumph was on later. They fucked their
Well,
career up too.
yeah, MCA put out "Raise Your Fist and Yell" by Alice Cooper.
Yeah.
Arguably one of the best Alice Cooper 80s records of all time. So heavy, so good, so awesome. MC had no idea how to market it, man. And he just fell in between the seams. I bought it. My friends bought it. We went to the concert with the other 500 people in an arena. And it was like, oh, it was like, this should have been so much bigger.
Yeah.
Should have been.
It's like there's a lot of bands back then that I'm really into now. Like I'm listening to Armored Saint. I'm like jamming that album Wind Hands Down. I love that fucking album. I love the last
Fucking
album
yeah.
Punching the Sky. Fucking
Oh, yeah.
great shit, dude. It's like they keep
Yep.
coming, they keep punching, they keep coming out with good shit, man. I saw them twice opening up for Wasp, and I'm looking, it should have been the other way around.
Right.
Armored Wasp should have been opening up, but Blackie had a personality, I guess.
So this would have been back in 1996. Wasp was on their Kill Fuck Die tour.
Ugh.
And Motorhead and Wasp were doing I guess a dual headline. And the night we saw them at Bogart's in Cincinnati, Wasp would be the headliner, Motorhead was opening. I have never been to such a loud concert as Motorhead. So we're in this like hall that maybe holds maybe
Is that why
1,000
you're losing
people.
her?
Huh? That's part of it. And Motorhead comes out and and I had never seen Motorhead live, and I was never a big Motorhead fan. Still am not a huge Motorhead fan. I'm a Lemmy fan and I'm a Mikey D fan, but I'm just not a Motorhead fan. Anyway, they come out, Lemmy walks out. We're Motorhead. We play rock and roll. Boom! As soon as dude, my vision got blurry. It was so loud. My vision got blurry. It was so loud. I had to like rest myself on like a ledge because I was like, what the fuck? It was literally like a freight train of sound. And then Wasp comes out, does a respectable show, no problem. They fucking Motorhead wiped the stage, man. Wiped the stage.
Yeah, I saw Wasp with Armored Saint twice. Me and my friend Daniel went and saw them.
Oh my God, you saw that
Yeah,
recently?
like a year or 2 years ago. It
Fuck.
was
I wanted to
amazing.
see that so bad.
And
This
they
never
were
came
really
anywhere
good,
close.
man. A Wasp was really good, but I wanted more Saint. I wanted more John Bush. I wanted more Bush. And it's like, fuck, yeah, I know most of the Wasp song, but I know all of fucking Armored Saints catalog. And I'm like, I don't want to hear kick, fuck, kill, fuck, die. And they weren't even really playing fuck like a beast. Like they played a little bit of it and just went away from it. It's like, come on, man. Play your good
No,
shit.
no one wants to hear Kill Fuck That. It was
No, nobody wants
Manson,
to hear that
Nine
song.
Inch Nails.
I
Yeah,
don't
it
like
was.
Gothica. It was a horrible album too. Yeah, whatever the Goggola with the guy, the Gothica albums they did, or
Well, I
but
thought that was a good album.
I didn't like it. I think Bush, that band is like original, all original members except for the guitar player because he passed away before Symbol of Salvation, even though some of his guitar parts are on there. And guitar player Pat, who replaced him, is still with the band. Dude, listen to Gonzo Sandoval on drums. Don't tell me that's not one of the greatest drummers of all time. Oh
Possibly.
my fucking God. I was listening today. That guy does so many fucking great fills. He does so many fucking, he just plays, dude. The guy is a beast on a fucking drum kit. He could go down, go really quiet, go, he could hit it like Bonham. He could hit it like Neil Peart playing all these fucking fills. The guy is fucking so underrated and fucking pisses me. And fucking the bass player. Oh my God. Joey Vera. Oh
Oh,
my fucking God, the guy could fucking play too. The band is great musicians, man. All of them. And Bush, I think he writes all the lyrics, right?
who's that?
John Bush. I think he writes all the
Yes,
lyrics.
I think so. I don't
That's
know.
why when they tried to bring him back into Armored Saint, because what's the rhythm guitar player? Scotty Ian. Scotty Ian said on that metal show that John Bush is his favorite singer in Anthrax and he wants him back. But John wouldn't come because they had that album completed, uh, but with the other singer that they booted, and they brought and John says, "Well, I can't do an album that I didn't write anything on,"
Right,
and they brought in Joey back into the band.
right,
Yeah,
right, right. And Joey was more than happy to put his own spin on other
yeah,
lyrics, you know.
great album by the way. Great
Oh
two
my
albums by
God,
them.
it's
Yeah,
like one of my favorite Anthrax records
I
ever.
love it. I'm still more of the Bush era Anthrax.
Oh, me, so is Jana and I. I
Yeah,
mean, like Sound of White Noise is fucking amazing.
and
So
Stomp 442. You fucking
I
great
like
album.
that. I like it a lot. Not a lot
American
of people
Pompeii,
do,
fucking great. I
but
got both those on vinyl. Fucking great albums, man. But I'm just saying, Bush is an underrated lyricist, man. I was listening to his lyrics, listening to it, fucking talking in an instant. It's like when there's curveballs going on in your life. I put the song up with all the lyrics today in our group and other groups, and I go, they write great fucking songs that fucking speak to me because I got curveballs in my life. I got stuff, but it says, don't be true to yourself. Don't ever doubt. And he's screaming at the end, be true to
mhm.
yourself. Don't ever doubt. You're going through shit. Grab your balls and get going. I fucking love the positivity. That is gonna probably that song's gonna be my triumph song right there in an instant.
Right?
Fucking love it. He's like telling you
Yeah.
life sucks. Like the fragility of life can turn in an instant. But have your balls there. Just like be true to yourself. Don't ever doubt. And I'm like, fuck yeah.
Dude, we've all been through it. We've all been there. We've all had to get ourselves up, pull ourselves up by our balls, and just like, fuck, am I gonna curl up and die or am I gonna fucking keep walking? Keep
Yeah.
walking.
Let's see. I
Keep
sent it to
walking.
somebody and like it says, let's see. Carpe diem, seize the moment. Air of fleeting, keep on breathing. The fragility of life. Curveballs fall from out of the sky. As you stare and ponder why, it accelerates then passes you by. In an instant, it turns south, can't retract what flew out of your mouth. Do you give all, grab life by the balls, or bathe in fear? Voices you can't really hear. It comes testing your will. If is your spirit made of steel, the fragility of time. There's no clue, no reason, no rhyme. Although everything appears fine, it could drive the strongest out of their minds. And in an instant, it turns south, pinned to the mat. And now you're out. Missed the beat with your red flag waving, rhetoric swept in your and skating. Sorry for always saying sorry. Way too much, never enough. First fist to the jaw, and you're knocked out. Although you're down, got to reborn. Do you give all, grab life by the balls, or drown in fear?
Mhm.
Fucking
Amen.
god damn, those are fucking lyrics. And if those lyrics don't speak to people who've been through what we've been through, I know all of us have been through this shit that he's talking about. Life has fucking dragged us down, but we fucking say fuck this. We grab the balls and pull ourselves back up, and we don't
You
doubt
have to.
ourselves, man.
It's either that or you curl up and die,
This is
and I don't want
mute.
to do that.
I
So
go to I go to the Bible or music for my fucking strength, man.
yeah,
Bible first, but music is given to us by God. I believe that. I believe He puts these people on here like doctors to help us. And music, people who write music are doctors.
I will just
Doctors.
say one biblical verse. I will say Selah. Look it up. It means song. It means verse. It means praise to God, Selah, and that's song. And that's and not to get. I mean, not to segue. I was before you even said that. I was going to say something about Striper. It's like when I was a young kid going through a
Oh,
bunch of
Striper makes me
shit.
feel good too.
Yeah, when I was just a young kid going through a bunch of shit and facing uncertainty and everything, I didn't know if we were going to have a house. I didn't know if we were going to have a car. And sometimes we didn't, or a washing machine, and it got repoed. And, I mean, when I was a kid just going through hard times, Striper was there, man. Not maybe for the quote unquote Christian message, but for the positive message. And it was just always like, stay strong, look up, keep moving forward, be
Mhm.
good, don't be a dick to other people. I mean, that was the kind of thing. It was like, that's the kind of music that makes me feel good. So, I mean, to bring it all back around to what you said, let's talk about music that makes us feel good. Anything that's positive, even aggressive, Slipknot can get me through some shit too, because I will be just punching fucking walls, and that makes me feel good when I'm listening to Slipknot.
Metallica, Kill 'Em All. Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Absolutely, brother. And so anything like that, aggressive music, they were like, "Well, you're gonna go hurt somebody if no." If I'm listening to this heavy, aggressive music, I'm getting it out. I don't need to take it out on somebody else. I'm listening to it. I'm feeling it. I'm releasing it. I'm not going to go hurt anybody. That's not me anyway. I don't go punching people. So
The thing in the 80s when all these preachers are going after heavy metal and rock and roll. And the thing is, sometimes I believe that God gives us things to get us through things, even if it's not from Him. That is just my opinion. God will give you
everything's
something.
from him. Everything's from
Everything
him.
is from Him.
He just allows certain
He
things.
allows it.
Those preachers were just jumping on the bandwagon because they heard about the lawsuits, and that's all they were trying to do, actually.
What
To
did
me,
what did
was
fucking Judas Priest write that was bad? Nothing evil. Nothing good talking about
yeah, and
Satan.
they thought Ozzy led to a kid to try to commit suicide.
The thing is he was
That was
talking
like
about whiskey.
All of the like natural targets were never satanic. Slayer, never satanic. Ozzy, never satanic.
they actually thought
Metallica,
Kiss was Knights in Satan's service. That was ridiculous.
oh my God, that was
But what is
horrible.
satanic is the black metal burning churches. Those are satanic. Stay
You
away from
can
that.
you can go to if you want to go look for like Satanist music, you can find it in the
Yeah.
Norwegian death metal cult, and you can find it in Behemoth. You can find it in Cetricon. You can find it in all these other bands that are even Morbid Angel and stuff like this. You listen to that, and I feel deicide. I feel like sick inside when I listen to that stuff because I'm like, this is truly evil. These are people actually promoting evil. All these other bands, Ozzy, Kiss,
Priest.
It was just a show.
I mean, they were so
Promoting positivity and giving the kids a voice in their life. You
they
know,
were,
they
but
were.
hey, parents just found the easy. They going, "Was
In,
we are Satan's people." It's
instead of like taking credit for like their bad parenting, they blamed a band. Oh, my
right,
kid committed suicide because of Judas Priest because it said do it, do it. No, your kid committed
huh?
suicide because you weren't there for your kid, watching him and seeing, hey, what's wrong? Do you need to talk about something? You know,
Right,
It's like when they're
you left your kid
like
alone. You didn't
we're
talk
from
to
a
your
low
kid.
income family, and I know things suck, and you're listening to priests, and you're depressed. Hell, I was depressed as a kid, man. Never thought about suicide, but I was a depressed kid because hey, I was from an a lower class blue collar, and I was like, well, shit, I don't have this, I don't have that, I don't have a girlfriend, blah 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 blah. So when I listened to Beyond the Realms of Death, I didn't think I want to put a gun in my mouth or
No.
anything. It was like, hey, honestly, that was a release. It was like, oh, fade to black. I can get my depression out into a song. And I could just sit there and I could listen to it by myself. And I could be like, all right, man. And I could bawl myself to death or whatever. That was it. I was
It's
never going to kill myself because first off, I'm a Christian. Second off, my parents taught me better. And maybe they didn't give me the whole heart, wholesome support that every white collar family should have. No, man, I didn't have that. I didn't, was not raised in a family where hugs and kisses were commonplace at all. But I knew I was loved.
yeah.
And and I was taken care of and I was loved and I don't know, man. It's just like I agree with you, Mark. It's like this song made him kill himself. No, they didn't have the support they needed at
It was
home.
bad parenting that killed themselves. Bad
It's
parenting.
societal.
And they
That
felt bad
school,
about it and they didn't want to blame themselves, so they blamed the songs that they were listening to.
what the fuck?
Yep.
That's stupid, man. Why would you blame a
Everybody always
song?
looks for something to blame besides themselves.
Do you know what Suicide Solution was all about? Does
But
anybody even
demon
know that?
alcohol.
It's about alcoholism and
Yes,
drinking yourself.
alcoholism. Yeah.
Whiskey's fine, or wine is
I
fine, but
find
But
the
whiskey's
whiskey's
whiskey
quicker.
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 Yeah.
Suicide is slow with liquor. I
Yeah.
mean, Bob Daisley wrote that looking at Ozzy Osbourne. Bob Daisley wrote those lyrics.
And then in interviews, Ozzy had it all screwed up. Like, oh, I wrote that for Bon Scott. I'm like,
Oh
no,
my God.
you
He
didn't do
didn't write,
that.
he's
You
never
didn't
wrote
write
a
it.
lyric in his life.
He writes vocal melodies.
He's a very aggravating person to listen to in interviews because basically Sharon tells him what to say. Like, make sure you say this. It'd be really cool if he said that.
But
That's
I'm just gonna say I grew up in a Christian household. My grandpa, my grandma. Grandpa was a pastor. I've said this before. The thing is, he never told me what I was listening to was bad. He let me play it in his car on the way to church. I was fucking playing Motley Crue. I was playing Fleetwood Mac. I was playing Striper. I was playing all this Duran Duran. I was playing. And he never,
Because he had a head on his shoulder, Mark.
that's
yeah,
a
he
heck
didn't
of
judge me
a
for what I was listening
combination.
to. Yeah,
Would you say Ozzy and Duran Duran?
yeah. Dozzy, Duran Duran, Oingo Boingo. I was playing all that stuff.
My dad would let me play anything I wanted, ever. And as long as it wasn't foul, like swearing,
Yeah, I
as
couldn't play
long
Guns N' Roses in his car.
well, no. Well, I was even able to do that later on, but like Shout at the Devil, Night Ranger, Motley Crue, or uh Quiet Riot, stuff like that. I mean, come on, man. It was loud and brash, and it was certainly not my parents' music. But it's like, if that's the worst it gets, that's okay. I don't have a problem with that.
He did get
And
mad at me playing Pulp Fiction in the house because he hated all those cuss words, and that was understandable.
I was well on my own, living as my own man by Pulp Fiction came
I
out.
wasn't till I was 33, so I got my own place at 33. So
That's okay. And
I was taking care of both of my mom and my grandpa. So
that's awesome.
yeah.
That's awesome. Hats off to you. But yeah, man, some music just makes me happy, and some like there it depends what mood I'm in. Am I gonna listen to something heavy and aggressive to get my own aggression out? Something as simple as we did last night, Mark, Dog and Butterfly. I can put
Mm.
that song on, and I'm immediately at peace. I'm immediately at peace.
What was
Or
the
I can put like the song, the track of the week I gave you, and from Spirit Box. And I put that on and I'm in a whole different world, man. I'm just like, oh, okay. I'll just take it, you know. So it's always what mood am I in? But like I said, those first chords of Photograph, I'm immediately in 1985 in my above ground pool in my parents' yard with my friends, and we're getting shocked by the ungrounded outlet with the boombox, you know. I mean, you know, stand on the cardboard, man. Stand on the cardboard.
You know what? Well, like you say about music brings back memories. It's I know where I was when I bought this cassette, where I first heard this song, where I got the CD.
Oh,
It's
yes, yes, yes.
it brings back memories of what I was doing when I was listening to the song. And I talked to kids at work today. I said, "Does music bring back memories?" And they go, "No."
Well, it's a different generation.
It's sad. They don't
Actually
work for the
they don't really
music.
buy too much physical media either. I
Yeah.
bet you they just stream.
Yeah, they just stream. And it's like my one friend at work loves Ice Nine Kills, and I'm always saying, "Oh God, that band sucks. It kills my ear." I saw them open up for Metallica. That was one of the worst shows I've ever seen in my life. Same thing with the band you like, Five Finger Donkey Punch. It's horrible. Oh God, I should have just went outside and bought a beer until they were done. I tried to watch them to see if I liked them. I tried, I tried, and I went and
Hey,
listened to them,
brother, no one hates you for that.
no, but I'm just saying music for our generation. And I think there's a lot of Travis, he's like 30 or something. And you got
No, he's 20
20
something.
something. And you got Joseph Staub, 25, right? 25,
Ugh.
26. These
And
kids
a
get it.
historian.
These
A
kids,
historian.
he knows more about shit than I know. These
Right.
kids get it. They get it. And there's too many few of them. We need more kids like them to keep rock going. And I think it will happen because they're going to keep rock alive with their stories to people
And that's
like
what I
we
was
do with the
telling
podcast.
that's what I was telling my wife earlier was that Travi Patty is an old soul in a very young body. He learned about Heart off a fucking Guitar Hero.
Yeah. A lot of
Oh,
the kids
but
learn music over that.
I'm so glad that so many kids did learn that shit off Guitar Hero.
Metallic off Stranger Things.
Oh,
A lot of kids
absolutely.
learn Metallic off Stranger Things.
That's just a fact that this shit
And
is
then you got
not gonna
old people
die.
like us bitching at them being gatekeepers, which I'd say, shut the fuck up. They're keeping our music alive, you fucking dinosaur.
Hey,
Shut the fuck up. Let them
I
enjoy it. I'm
I
happy.
fucking love it. I don't care how they come across it, how they learn to love it, because I learned to love Buddy Holly through a Buddy Holly story. Um, what in the 80s, maybe the late 70s.
Elvis movies for me. Watching Elvis.
My dad was always an Elvis guy, so he always had like Elvis records. So it was through my dad and movies and biographies that I learned that older stuff. And just like these kids today, now they're learning about art. What is older stuff to them is our newer stuff. They're learning about Metallica. They're learning about Heart. They're learning about Guns N'
But then
Roses.
you got old people talking to fuck them like, oh, you don't really know who they are. You just saw them on Stranger Things. I go, who gives a fuck how they saw them?
Doesn't
Who
matter.
gives a fuck how you got into them? They got into them, you assholes, and they went back and listened to their catalog.
Hey,
Idiots.
I'm 51.
50, 54.
I don't expect a kid at 20 to expect to have the same experience with Ride the Lightning that I did at 16. Okay? I don't expect that.
But their experience, there's no reason to shit on how they got into the
No,
band as long as
absolutely
they
not.
got into the fucking band.
Hey, you got it, you like it, you bought it, and you're digging it. I'm watching these YouTube videos of these 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds, 14-year-olds fucking jam and Master of Puppets and Sanitarium and all this shit. And I'm like, fuck yes.
My
It didn't die. It didn't die. It's
my
moving along.
my friend at work has a young son who's playing T-ball, and his walk-up song is Master of Puppets because the father got him into Metallica, and he's like, "That's my song, Dad. That's my song," and he plays it as his walk-up song hitting T-ball. I said, "That's fucking."
Hey,
He showed me the video of him going up there. That is fucking awesome. The next generation, I'm not sad for because people like us will show them the way, and we shouldn't shit on them for getting into it differently than we did.
nope, not at all. I will never shit on and like
Never.
Travi getting into Heart on Guitar Hero. Awesome.
Travi teaches me
Awesome.
a lot about music I didn't know. So does Joseph Staub. The
He
fucking
is so in tune. And he is such an old soul and a young body. And he's so I don't give a shit if you learned Heart from Guitar Hero. You've learned
no.
everything else. And you're
Guitar Hero
teaching
is
me.
very accurate too. It's
Yeah.
kudos. If that helps you to learn on the instrument, that's fine.
Guitar Hero needs to come back.
However you learn it, it's fine.
We need
You
to
know,
The
get that
problem
shit
with
back.
good the problem with the Guitar Hero is I was playing the actual songs on guitar, and all this thing's telling me to hit a red, red, green, green, yellow, yellow, orange,
well,
or
if you play it, if you increase the level of the difficulty on Guitar Hero, you're pretty much playing all of the notes. Most, I
right,
would say most of
right.
them. Like
See,
when I was playing the bass along to Guitar Hero, and it was the bass line. So
really,
yeah,
yeah,
it was
okay.
only all right now. It
All
wasn't.
I know is my sister beat me on Rain and Blood by Slayer,
Oh,
and she hasn't played a goddamn instrument since the flute in sixth grade. And so, yeah, and here I am, like, and we're on like medium level, we're not
I
a.
don't think I could play as fast as Slayer actually. It's
So
just,
she was like, da 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 da, and I'm like, how the fuck are you doing that? You don't even know how to play an instrument, but she knows how to look at a screen
but
and follow.
I do get a little mad sometimes. Like I saw this lady playing Master of Puppets doing up and down strokes on the strings. I'm like, no, no, no,
No, Master of
no.
Puppets is all down,
It's all
down, down,
down
down,
pick.
down, down,
It was
down, down,
driving me
down.
nuts watching her play like that. I was
Da,
like,
da, 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 da.
and it sounded totally different how she was playing it. And she's smiling
Yeah.
too. And it's like she almost knew she was playing it wrong.
Well,
She was
I
just wanting
know
to say
that.
like, see, it's easy. She was like, see, it's easy. I'm like, well, you're playing it wrong. That's why it's easy.
I know James Hetfield cheats in concert every now and again. He'll do that, da, 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 and he'll do some upstrokes.
Hmm.
Not everyone can be a god all the time, but like if you're gonna play Master of Puppets, like Master of Puppets on the recording, it's downstrokes, dude.
Right,
You don't do
right.
any
Well,
upstrokes.
yeah, singing wise, he was getting a little lazy by the Black album tour as well. Like Master of Puppets, they play like only like a 3 minute snippet on the tour. I'm like, really? That's
Not
it? That's all you're
anymore.
gonna play? You had to go back to Injustice then,
Well, they're
and
doing it
now
on the new tour. They're doing it
well, I
fully.
mean, no, they were doing that for a while. They were only playing Master of
Yeah.
Puppets like it would be a medley.
Yeah,
It
I
was,
hate medleys.
and
Well,
because the Master of Puppets, the middle section is the best part. It drove me
Yeah,
crazy.
when it drops down, fucking love it.
Yeah, that's the
well,
best
well,
part of the
I
song.
always did that acoustic part, and my buddy always did a solo.
Right.
And
Doesn't
then
that middle part remind you of like a Renaissance fair?
no,
The
no.
way they're playing it, it's like sounds
It's
like something
it's
played at a
an E
Renaissance
it's
fair.
an E it's an E sus minor, and then it goes in to a like sus, and
I
then
always think of
The
dwarves dancing
harmonized
around
lead.
Stonehenge on that part. Weird.
Yeah, that's another thing I should yell at the sky about. These bands need to do more harmony solos,
Yes.
like how KK and Glenn would do it, and like
ooh,
how
yeah.
Hetfield and Hammett would do it.
I would think that they were very influenced on that, because they were in maybe not this record, but they were very influenced by New Wabba and the way all these bands had these dual solos or these harmony solos. And Master of Puppets, just so good, so fun.
Yeah.
And the one song I would play with my band in college, high school, college, whatever, Disposable Heroes.
Oh yeah.
And
Back to
that
the front.
motherfucker gave me that goddamn part. And if anyone's ever had to play that down picking, the
Oh,
only break I got was when it would do a gallop.
mhm. The end of that song, though, I was born for dying.
Yes.
I was born for dying. You can't
That's
say it that
Uh,
slow. Come on,
yeah,
man.
I would welcome
you
to get
always
off of
turn
that
the
gallop
volume up. You
and
always
go
turn the
into
volume up.
something else.
You gotta
It's like,
scream
oh,
that shit. I was born for dying.
And then at the end, when you think it's the over, that boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom,
oh
boom.
my
No, it's not
God,
over,
my arm
not
would be
over. There's a little
jelly by
more.
that point. I'd be like,
We
ugh.
we
And
we
then we go into something like Thunder Kiss 65.
Oh, I love this song. I love Rob Zombie. I love fucking White Zombie. Great
Oh,
shit,
fuck
man.
yeah.
But
Hey,
fuck,
I
man.
got to get out of here,
We
man.
gotta get I was just about to say that, man. But final thoughts, Mooger.
Hey, whatever music trips your trigger, man, keeps you sane, keeps you level, gets that aggression out. Don't be ashamed of what you like. Just listen to it. And definitely don't be ashamed of younger kids getting into it by
No.
ultimate means than you did.
This is why we
Just
do a podcast. We want to get these
right.
young kids because they like listening to this media shit.
And Travi Patty and Joseph and those younger guys. Joseph just seems like he's 65 years
Oh
old.
fuck yeah. It's
And
like, dude, how old are you? He goes 25. I go, what?
yeah. So this gives me very much hope that after I have my cardiac arrest and everyone else lives on, music will absolutely continue on. Listen to the music you love, whatever makes you feel good. Fuck what anybody else thinks, and just listen to it. Mark and I don't agree with what music we listen to. Who cares? Who cares? We like what we like, and what makes you happy, man. Listen to it.
Hey,
Life's a garden. Dig it, man.
Mark, final thoughts, man.
That I can't say it better than that. That opinion is science. How about that?
I'm just gonna tell these old fucking creepy dudes out there, stop being a gatekeeper. Stop trying to own something you never owned. You don't
Right.
own music. Music is for the masses, and you should enjoy that these younger kids are getting into our music and keeping our music going.
Right.
Okay? I don't
Right.
want it to die and be Beyonce forever. Okay?
Right.
It's like
Capiche? Capiche?
Brad actually said that well too. Like music is like food. You're gonna have certain things you're gonna like the taste for, and some things you're not gonna have the taste for.
I'm just gonna tell these old crusty curmudgeons, sorry, Tim, not about you, buddy. Scout.
He's okay.
I'm just gonna say sit on it, Potsy. We're out of here. Later, guys.
Love
Later.
you guys. Bye.